Don't you think it's weird that you can have something in every other version but the original? And when it comes to data, it's the only data that you can have. Isn't that strange? That's what they tell me at like banks and shit. I'm like, you're the same person as Elon Musk. You're going to try to turn around and tell me, oh, the new currency of the world is information. And it's like, yeah, but you don't even have a root or a fruit. You don't have anything. You have two letters you don't like. And then you don't like the I am because that's what it represents, which goes back further into a singularity column. So everybody writes down the page. They put the I there. So, I'm doing the world behind that one that was here before the letters and the math. The one is always going to be on that part. So then there's an invisible holy breath that they try to call invisible quantum substance. And then they try to put it in science monopoly and go to the bank while they hold you and your family between two instruments of crime. Because that's what it had to be before it became anything else. It had to be an instrument of crime to rob God for sovereignty and freedom that comes from God. Doesn't really come from money. It's money. So you're not allowed to go into a bank and practice free speech. You can everywhere else in America, but you can't practice that in the bank. But the bank thrives on free speech and free expression and creativity. So you'll come in and with your money from your projects that you earned out there in the field, because that's what that is, the field. I'm working the field. Man, I hope they ring the bell soon. Getting mighty hot out here. So, they want to talk about times being superimposed and overlapping and all this other stuff. Sometimes you just got to take it slow, take it simple, take it easy, and then not try to rob God for, things unmentioned. Because if I mention them, people out there will steal. Right, John? Right, Jordan Peterson? Because they need to go to it's the bank for it's the money, for it's the don't fucking terminate my job for being a fucking useless psychologist. Psychologists are all hypocrites now because they don't want me doing anything that they advise. They don't want me having a future. They don't want me figuring life out. They don't want any of that. They probably don't want anybody else doing that either. Could you imagine if I just multiplied exponentially overnight? Well, that's kind of how it was, so they would multiply that overnight, and that was just a recording of the silent night over a night, because that's what I would do to identity politics against the I am, because everybody has to say I am. The I am is before that. It was written. So I go by the word and the language, the word of God. So I'm allowed to do that. If banks don't like it, you can get the fuck out. You can get the fuck out and see this finger, bitch.